Hello, everybody. I am going to walk you through what our day-to-day virtual classroom is going to be looking like and how we can get to Google Classroom, get to our assignments, and how we're going to get through this. So I have signed in as my student Colton Adams, and we are just on the Google page. So once you are signed into Google, you are at the Google page. I'm going to show you how to get to your Google Classroom. So we can click on these menu dots right up here. When you click there, it shows a link for Classroom. So once you click Classroom, then your teacher's class should show up here. So Colton is in Mrs. Rule's class, so that's why Rule is showing up. But if you are in Schwinn or Ripperture, that was what would show up as well. So for Mrs. Rule's class, you'll click on Rule, and it shows our classroom. So you can see I've already posted right here our assignments for Monday. But if you can see it through this stream link, or you can also click classroom, classwork, and it shows what's under Monday as well. So once we have more days, it'll fill up, and it might be easier just to click on the day and be able to see what your assignments are for that day. So every day you'll log on, you'll see under the date, we have a subject for reading and a subject for math. So today we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with reading. So if I click on the reading tab, you'll see up at the top, it opened a new tab for me. So I want to try to keep those tabs open because it's easier to go back to my Google Classroom when needed. So right now I'm on this reading tab, and I've got slides for the day for my assignment. So we're on the first slide. It just says we're on Monday, April 6th reading. Then if I go to the next slide, I have my anticipation guide for the week. So we can choose to do this in your distant learning binder if you have it in paper, or you can also do it on the computer. So if you want to do it on the computer, you click the picture, and then there's a link that pops up. You click that link, and it opened another tab. So whenever you open another tab, make sure you see that at the top. Now, some of our assignments will pop up where it says copy the document. Then you're just going to click make a copy so it copies it to your drive. So I'm going to click make a copy. And it's loading for me. So now that I have made a copy, it is loading how we'll do the anticipation guide on the computer. So here we have all our T's for true, all our F's for false. So before even reading the story, we're going to go through and we're going to see what we think might be true or what we think might be false. We haven't even read the story, so it's okay if we don't know. So you'll be moving over a T if you think things are true, or F if you think things are false. And then after you fill out the before reading, we can't fill out the after reading until we've read the story. So we don't want to exit out here. We just want to go back to our reading tab, and we'll go to the next slide, which has the story for us. We will have vocabulary on Monday. We're still working on that, but there will be a link here for that. So here we have the story. We can click play. And to make it big, you click this little square at the bottom.
In the Rug by Geraldine, as told to Charles L. Blood.
And you can watch the whole story. Then after we watch the story, we can come back up to the anticipation guide. Here's our link. So we'll come over here. And now we can fill out the after reading part and find out which ones we had correct and which ones we had guessed wrong. After you fill out the whole thing, there is a way to share it with your teacher so that she can see you have finished your assignment. Up here in the corner, there's a big button and it says share. So we will click share. And to share it with your teacher, you just have to type your teacher's last name. So Colton is in Mrs. Rule's class. He's going to type Rule. And there's my name right there, Caitlin Rule. So he'll click Caitlin Rule. And he will click Send. And that sends me a copy of his assignment. So then we're finished with the anticipation guide. We can come back over to the reading tab. And I see there is another slide, so we're going to go to the next slide. Here are your spelling words for the week. They are in your distance learning binder or right here for you so you can study them for the week. We will have this many words a week. Then you go to the last slide and you will be reading for 20 minutes. You can go on Epic or you can do a book of your choosing. So then we see we are done with all of our reading slides. So now we can go to the top and we're going to go back to the classroom. That's why we keep these tabs open. So now I can go to the classroom and I'm going to click on the math ones. So now that I have math open, if you want to close out the reading ones because we've turned those in, you just click the little X in the corner. But we want to make sure we keep the classroom and math open now since we're on that one. So now I can see I'm on math, April 6th, Monday. Okay, I'm on the right one. I go to Explore, and there's a video here that you can watch, and that's for your lesson of the day. So you know you just click play, and you can click the big square to make it nice and big. Watch that video. And then we can go to the next slide. And we have click on the link. So always to click on the link, you'll click the picture. Then you'll click on the link that shows up below. And remember, whenever this pops up, we always say make a copy. And you can see at the top, it opened in another tab. So we still have our math tab here. This is just what our assignment's going to be. So now this assignment is which one would you use? So you're going to be sliding a red circle to your answer. So when it loads, I'll be able to show you. So there's a bunch of slides here. So when you click on the first slide or the next slide, it shows an iPad. So which one would you use? Would you use a ruler? You can move this red circle, a tape measure, or a yardstick. So then you pick your answer and you go to the next slide. Once you have all your slides done, remember to share it with your teacher. So click on that yellow share button and type your teacher's last name. Find your teacher and send it to them. If you want to add a note, you can add us a little note. Then once it's shared and you are finished, you can come back up to the math tab. And we see there's one slide left. And this is extra options, so you do not have to do this every day. But if you choose to do reflex, you just click on the reflex and there's the link. Or if you want to do Prodigy, you click on the Prodigy picture and then there's the link below and it will take you there. And then I see, oh, I am done with my slides for math. So now I can come on over to classwork. Those are my only 2 assignments for the day. So I am finished.